Hey everyone, I'm Al Turcasso and I'm just kind of relaxing. You see, I want to tell you a little something, a little side note before we start this video. Reason why I move around so much is I had two very bad car accidents in my life. Neither time was I at fault, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm still in pain and will be the rest of my life. Now, what actually happened was somebody was distracted and basically slammed me twice. I almost got killed both times. But at any rate, that's not what this video is about. As I said, this is Albert Turcasso, and guess what? This video ain't about me. No. Guess who it's about? Figured it out yet? I'm sure you did. Yeah, it's about you again. Look, I'm going to be very blunt. I want you to follow me into these businesses. And I know what it means to you. I know the fears that you may have. And frankly, I know that you're not convinced that I'm the guy for you to be following. So let me smack you in the face, if you will. And I'm doing this in a polite way. I've smacked myself in the face many times. Literally, as a matter of fact, you're seeing it if you watch my show. Let me hit you with this. You know why you should do these businesses, one of these three businesses? I'll tell you a simple reason. You do this, you can never have to worry about bills again. No more bills. No more bills. That's right. You see, my friends, it's as simple as this. You'll always have bills in your life. So when I say no more bills, I don't mean that suddenly your gas bill goes away, but I do mean that you'll have so much money if you do this right, and you're fortunate. Yes, your results may vary and all that jazz, but literally you could go from owing money to whoever it is you owe to having a surplus of money and actually prepaying or completely paying off whatever obligations you have. Let's say you had a $60,000 student loan and you become an expert at one of these businesses. Maybe you're making $300,000-$400,000 over the next 2 years. But if you're making $300,000 or $400,000, you could pay off that $60,000 loan, or you can dramatically change your situation. So you're probably thinking by now, sounds fantastic. How do I know it's going to work? The answer is you don't know. You don't know if the Empower Network's going to work. You don't know if Organic Gold's going to work. You don't know if Amway's going to work. But you do know that what you're doing right now is not working. Now, you might say, bull crap. I'm fine. I don't need this. I'm doing well. I'm working here. I'm making this. Now ask yourself honestly, be 100% honest. Are you making so much money that you don't have to worry about bills the rest of your life? I don't care what you are. Maybe you're a doctor. Maybe you're one of the best lawyers in the entire planet, on the entire planet. But are you making enough money that you will never, ever have to worry about paying your bills again? But let's intensify it. Are you making so much money that you don't ever have to worry about paying your bills again? But then in addition to that, you can do what you want, where you want, how you want for the rest of your life. Because if the answer to that is no, then you're not doing as well as you think you're doing. Now, I'm not saying that you're not doing very well, but you could be doing better. So I say that you want to like this video, you want to subscribe to this channel, and you want to definitely give comment. But more importantly than that, you want to check out the Empower Network, you want to check out Organic Gold, and you want to check out Amway. Although I'm not going to just say anything negative about any of these businesses, but I will say the one that has worked for me the most at this point. The one that has worked for me the most at this point. Now, at this point. Now, that will change. But at this very moment, the 17th of September, 2013, the winner of the three is Organic Gold. The winner of the three is Organic Gold. Now, you might wonder, why? Well, it's simple. When you join Organic Gold, you get packets of health-based coffee. You can sell them for a very inexpensive amount of money and still make 50 to 100% profit. Now, did you understand what I just said? I didn't say you couldn't understand. But you can make a profit on every sale. Possibly 50 to 100% or more. So, what you want to do is you want to check out all the links that you see in the descriptions. But your reluctance to try it with me. Maybe you're interested in trying one of these groups, but just not with me. Well, the reason why you want to be sold on working with me is because I got a family member. I convinced a family member to get into Organic Gold. Well, let's just say the man is already in the process of quitting one of his extra jobs that he gets for extra money. This Organic Gold has brought money into his pocket and has changed his life. It has improved his life. I talked to him about that. So maybe I'm not the expert of experts yet, but if you join me, that's right there in that link down below, humanitymcoffee.organicgold.com or empowernetwork/Al Torcaso, Torcaso. Check those out, and there's a good chance your life's going to change for the better. Is it guaranteed? No. But as I said, so far, the winner is Organic Gold. Coming up in second place has to be the Empower Network. And a very distant third is Amway. Now, Amway Corporation, my upline, and all those people aren't going to be too happy that I said that. But I am not going to lie to you, because if I lie to you, my credibility is. And as far as that goes, I gave the Empower Network second place. But one could argue that both Amway and the Empower Network are in tie for third. But the fact is, Organic Gold has made me some money. Organic Gold, most likely, will make you some money. But if you don't get convinced, if you don't try anything, guess what? You're never going to be able to say you don't have to worry about your bills. Now, you might find another opportunity out there, because there's millions of them. Things may happen, but you got to do something. What you have to do is take stock in your own life. Look, I'm convinced that we can make this money. Whether or not it ever happens, we don't know, because we're not God. But what do I know for sure? I know that if you don't take action, you're not going to get a change, a positive or a negative change. Well, actually, if you don't take action, you could have a negative change. You could lose more money than you have now, or have even worse. So, look, I'm going to come clean, completely. I want you to join me, because I know something. Now, I'm not a psychic, okay? But I know that together we can change each other's life on every level. I'm not talking about the financial only, on every level. Let me ask you a question, a simple question. If you suddenly had all the money you ever needed, what would that do to your psychological well-being? What would that do to your physiological well-being, your mental well-being? Waking up every day knowing you have enough money to do whatever you want that day. You go to bed that night knowing you were able to achieve whatever you wanted. And you wake up the next morning knowing, once again, it starts all over again. You can afford whatever it is. What would that do to you mentally? And then, what would that do to you medically? Maybe you have cosmetic things you want to work on. Maybe, just maybe, you want to change your lifestyle. You have the money to do that. What would that do for you? You see, this isn't all about me trying to get you into my group. For me, this is me trying to get you into my group for us. For life changes. Because here's the sad reality. Whether you join or you don't, eventually other people are going to join my team. Whether I'm lousy at this or not, eventually I'm going to become an expert. Whether you join or not, I'm eventually going to become a multimillionaire. That's a given. And I know how delusional that sounds. Oh, trust me, I know. Well, let me tell you something before I go. And this is way longer than I wanted it to be, but hey, it is what it is. One last thing I want to share with you. I have been a talk show host on public access. I have had 20 seasons on public access. Okay, now some will say, yeah, but you can't get on real TV. Now look, I'm not going to argue with you whether I can or can't. That's immaterial. Fact is, I have interviewed hundreds of people, done thousands of hours, and have been on television, real television, for 20 seasons. Now, how does that pertain to what I'm talking about to you now? Every way you can imagine it pertains. If I can achieve that level of success, self-made television talk show host and producer, what can I do when I learn the schematics of all these three businesses? I am your guy that's going to propel you into a new level. I don't know how to do the squeeze pages yet. And I'm not Mr. BS guy. If you want somebody to say you look pretty when you look terrible, I'm not your guy. If the king is walking around naked, I'm going to say get some damn clothes on. If the emperor was naked, yes, I would say, yo, get some clothes on. I might try to hide from the guards, but the point is, I am not going to blow smoke where it shouldn't be. That's another reason why you should join me. And I'll tell you why I say that. I've been in enough quote-unquote opportunities. And sometimes people try to make you feel good. You can do this. You can do that. And then you get these expectations. Yes, it helps your self-esteem, but you get these expectations, and then you don't achieve it, and then you're like, what's wrong with me? I'm not going to do that to you. And more than that, I will give you step-by-step instructions on how to achieve whatever success I achieve. Heck, I'll make freaking 80-hour videos if it's necessary. Okay, not 80 hours. You know I won't. But the point is, do you want to succeed? Do you want to have financial freedom? And I know I blink my eyes a lot. I don't sleep as well as I should because of all the stress from the finances, and I have sore eyes. So I know it's distracting. I apologize. My hands ain't so good either. It's me. You get the real me. Like it or not, it's the real me. Now, let me do my closing now. Yeah, I'm a freaking lawyer all of a sudden. I'm doing my closing. Let me give you my closing statement. Do not invest in any of these opportunities because you're in love with me, because you're a fan of mine, you're a family member, or a friend. Invest because of what we can achieve together. And let me tell you, what we can achieve together is changing our lives. Going from not having enough money for our expenses to having so much money once we learn it and apply it, having so much money that we're shocked. We're almost feel like we're living in a dream. And I know when I say these things to you, it may not convince you. I know that going in. But somebody out there is going to be convinced. Somebody out there is going to join me. Somebody out there is going to hang in there with me until I figure everything out. And they're going to reap the rewards that are going to be life-changing and shocking. Now, the fact of the matter is, my family member may be having a very big deal come down for his organic gold business. Had he not taken that chance, getting in organic gold when I spoke with him, and when he spoke to former Steeler Ray Seals, had he not listened to both of us, that money would not be in his pocket right now. That's a reality. That's not some kind of handsy-wansy stuff. That's the facts. So in closing, join and go to humanitymcoffee.organicgold.com. Go to Empower Network /Al Torcaso, Torcaso. If you're a fan of Amway, if you know the history of Amway, if you feel that you can do expertly with it, I welcome you to join that team of mine. That would be Amway.com/Albert Torcaso, Torcaso. Look, I don't care how you get in, but I want you there. And I want you to let me know when you get in, because I have an AWeber account right now, which is an email marketing company. I may be going to GetResponse, which is another email marketing company. This is technical information that I want to throw at you because you're going to need this in the future. The problem is you can send mail out, and you can even send like a newsletter out, but I don't believe the email comes to me when you send it to me. So we don't want you to not be able to reach me. If you join my team, I want to reach you, talk to you, communicate with you, email you, whatever it be. So I'm going to give you my personal email address. albiz22h@gmail.com. Why should you join my team? Because I just gave you my email address. Do you know that most people in these businesses, the gurus and what have you, they don't give you their direct line email address. They have somebody managing that if they have enough money. If not, it's just basically a form email. You can send it, but they really don't read it or respond. I gave you my personal email address. That's why you should join me. Now, I don't want you to get confused. If you get a letter from me that looks like a form email, it may even say albiz22h@gmail.com. Okay? But even if it does, when you send an email personally to albiz22h@gmail.com, I'm going to get it. That's right. Me. And I'm going to do my best to respond to it. So you need to make a decision right now. You can also pause this video because it took a whole heck of a long time if you want. But hey, here's the deal. If you want to change your life, if you want to say no more bills, because in reality you could even prepay your bills. If you want to do that, if you want access to ongoing or residual income, if you want to raise your kids without ever needing to be denied anything in their life, financially or otherwise, then you need to contact Albert Torcaso. So go ahead and comment here, subscribe here, like it, but get to those links. Because if you do, you're probably going to be like my family member, and you're probably going to change your life for the better. Can't guarantee anything. Results may vary. But if you will take the time to learn and act on it, you have an excellent, excellent chance at changing your life in every aspect that you can imagine. I'm going to get out of here right now because I have one last video to do. So I'm going to ask my assistant to get off her behind right now because he's laying on the grass. Yeah, I exposed you on TV. There you go. So with that, let me just say that our lives are going to be better, happier, and healthier. And you know what? You deserve it. You know why? You deserve to get in here, and you deserve to have all the money you need. You know why? Because you matter to me. And by the way, you matter to God. For the atheist, yeah, guess what? You may not believe in God, but you still married to God. And by the way, everybody, remember that you and humanity and all forms of life really does matter.